In this video, I'm going to show you removing flexible resin rubber car tires and a set of blower belts from silicone molds. For starters, I almost never prepare the mold by spraying it with a releasing agent. My preferred release costs $25 per can, making it too expensive to utilize for a part release. What I have used on the molds for casting is a baby powder, which is less about releasing the part. The purpose of this is to assist with breaking the surface tension of the mold so that it has a greater chance of flowing into the detail and reducing air bubbles that get stuck. It also provides a consistent finish with resin and helps to reduce shine with this flexible rubber resin. Then I opened the M&H Resin Master Slick, which was the first custom tire I constructed. I originally started by using the two outer plastic tires from an old MPC Camaro kit. It took some time to overcome the difficulty of creating a good tire cast, but this mold design has been quite successful. Although I don't have a video of the setup, I did photograph several of the phases. It was a somewhat complicated technique for a mold, but it achieved the desired results. Fortunately, rubber resin shouldn't wear out the mold as quickly as hard resin would, and they'll have a longer mold life. These molds need to be held tightly together to prevent flashing, but you also don't want to squeeze them too tightly since that could deform the tire. These split molds get filled vertically because of their specific split mold type. In order to make the molds more stable, I simply use a rubber band to keep them bound together before placing them into the pressure pot. This reduces the likelihood that the molds would tip over and the resin will leak out. This tire was cast from a vintage Joe and Roarin' Rambulance kit. I really like the way it looks, and the sharp detail makes it different from what we typically find in kits today. So I took the cleanest wheel from the set and produced a mold of it. I didn't believe they were that common, only having these four from such a rare kit, but they must have been used in enough other kits for there to be more of them out there that they're not as desirable as I thought. Okay, so this is the street tire that was originally in the Baldwin Motion 1970 Camaro, and it might be my favorite. This kit was on the workbench when my apartment in seedy downtown East Pasco, Washington, was broken into. One of these wheels had been lost or stolen, but my point here is that I bought an entire kit merely to get a replacement tire. Given the highly accurate tread detail, it should come as no surprise that creating the mold for this kind of wheel was one of the most difficult tasks. It was especially important that I started taping the seam of the tires to clay up to for the two-part mold. By applying tape to the tread on both sides of the seam, I was able to clay up to the taped seam and then remove the top layer of tape, clearing any excess clay that may have gotten over the seam and preserving clean tread detail. After the first half of the mold was cured, it was simple to remove the clay because the tape prevented any clay from getting into the tread areas. The sprue for this was kept as thin as the original from the kit tire, so it was challenging to get these tires cast with all of the tread detail filled with resin, but the results were worthwhile. The next step is to remove the fill sprues from the tires. Regular tires are simple to work with because of their modest fill sprue, but these wrinkle wall slicks require a more difficult procedure that I still need to perfect for a cleaner outcome. Any overcutting with a razor blade can ruin the tire, therefore the risk of cutting it that way is not worth it. And there you have it. Some finished rubber tires and a pair of blower belts, ready for cleanup and packaging. Thanks for watching.